All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Speed Gaming fans. I'm WXFan21, joined by the one, the only. It's Aussie. Aussie, how are ya?
Hey, I'm doing good. Ready for some more Super Metroid. We have a very Super Metroid heavy month next month. Uh, just lots of content for all the fans. And today it is
Absolutely.
going to be Map Randomizer as part of Speedgaming Live 2024 online. This is just the qualifier rounds. We're nearing the end of qualifiers. There's going to be one more tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Yeah, these qualifiers, that means this is a big race. Let's see, how many? This is 18 racers today. And this is about to start any second now. And with two great runners. Tell us what we're looking at.
Well, we have the greatness that is Nevdi, and Andy, who I've heard of, never actually seen race, and we've already got the route divergence, team left versus team right. Speed booster over to the left with an energy tank. Team left paying off today.
Yeah,
in a
that's
big
a win
way.
for team left.
Absolutely. So I see a ton of people in this. I see Junie June, Smellin, Audra, Image racing again, Idol's getting in there, Tillamorph, Simo's back to just continue to destroy everyone else in the race rooms. I mean, no, I'm kidding. We got a loaded room in here. Eddie's hanging out. But of course, you got Aussie the Great hanging out right over here. And Aussie, both of these runners should put on one heck of a show. Andy doesn't have a timer, chat. It's okay.
This is
Not our
where
fault.
Andy's timer would be if he had one.
If he had one! Insert Fairly Odd Parents reference here. Yeah, I'm showing my age. It's okay? Criteria is gonna find... Nephew's just gonna get shot putted across back of Dragon Room.
Yeah, Nebdi kind of going to all the right places. Andy turned around earlier. Going right at the start actually would have been perfectly fine. You would have run into Morph then and just go back to ship. But he turned around a little too early and had to come back for the Morph Ball. And, yeah, now they're both climbing up Red Tower. So Andy's just going to be following behind a couple of rooms.
Yep. And yes, Andy is in fact climbing up Red Tower. Andy has a different sprite package and pattern package, so it's all good. Super missiles for Nevdi. So 2 energy tanks and some supers here. Obviously, we're going to move right to the map station, and it is the Meridia one.
Nice.
Oh, Criteria's huge. Ocean's got one at supers. We got one at charge. Double major inside of Aqueduct. Criteria's huge. I don't see any bosses here, Aussie. But 5 majors is going to be huge.
No bosses is fine. Right now, we only want items.
Yep.
And so we're going to go to... no, we're not doing early supers. Where are we going for items?
We got Charge Beam.
We can't get Charge Beam.
Double Aqueduct.
That's pretty far away, so I didn't...
Those are the 2
There's
closest.
a full path. But right now we need bombs to unlock a lot of things. You could actually do the speed booster strat to get to early supers, where you do a short charge and just jump into the hole. Like it's not actually insanely hard. We'll see if Nebdi wants to go for that. I don't think Andy is practiced enough in it.
We're going to go ahead and keep this here. Early supers room to the right. A lot of holodots can get us some power bombs. We don't need to go to either sand pit here, Aussie. Doesn't have a lot of anything we need except for a couple holodots.
Get an MDSB, kind of careful. You have to Shine Spark up here to reach the door. And so his health is going to be pretty low after this.
Uh-oh. FD, please.
Oh, we're into a new area with Meridia.
Save early, save often, and the map station's right there.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to, but there weren't really many save rooms around.
Yeah. Again, FD having no bombs, can't proceed that way. So this is it, Aussie. If you have been participating, then this is it. This is your final opportunity. You were either in this qualifier or not, but we have, I would say we've averaged 20 people per qualifier. I don't know what you guys had this morning.
Yeah, usually it was a little higher than that. But this morning it was only 12, and then this one is just under 20. So I think what's happening is people have run their 3 races, and so they're just not joining these later ones.
Yep. Top right. Okay.
How much of a reset was that?
Big reset. -1 energy tank, missiles, and supers. But
Yeah,
Terminator's here.
That was a full reset.
And wow, Terminator morph.
Yeah, Nebdy's living in the past.
Yeah, Nebdy.
Can do this Shine Spark again. Does need to get supers. The E-Tank was nice. But there's not really anything you can do in Meridia.
Yeah, Kissatoon throwing a little shade at you, Aussie. In the Twitch chat. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It's all on MM2.
Oh boy. Passing the blame.
Andy just supered. He shot at the red door, but hit the ghost. So the door didn't open, but the ghost dropped another super. So that was funny to see.
Mm-hmm.
So Andy is going to continue to Meridia. I'd expect Nebdy to turn around with the supers. Nebdy has all the map information though, so like should know what's possible.
I want to take Timon's point here, Aussie. Timon asks, is this a logic case where you have to leave through the open crumble blocks in Big Pink?
Is this how they are entering the room? Yes.
Yep.
So yes, that does appear to be the case from what I currently see. You don't have power bombs, so there's no way to get back the way you came, and that means you would use the crumble blocks that were already broken. But the thing about that is, the map station is right there, and map is highly valuable. So yeah, that being the case, I would have liked to have seen the play to early supers the first time, maybe. Since you were already kind of soft locked.
Yeah, double holodots, so.
But Nebdy is out, and Andy is currently soft locked, from what we can see.
Kissatoon would like to let everyone know that they would have destroyed everyone in this morning's race had Kissatoon gotten an invite. I'm kidding, Kissatoon. It's all good. So, I guess here we could talk freely. No, you gotta ask permission, Timon. Think of this like a Star Trek episode. You gotta ask permission to speak freely. Aussie and I will then let you know if you can, in fact, speak freely.
Oh no. Andy dying to a ghost. He just got trapped. But he's not soft locked anymore.
Chat,
no, we don't really want to talk about anyone that is not on restream here.
Yes.
So this is Andy's reset. This is 3 minutes later. So we can say that Andy's about 3 minutes behind, but has a little more Meridia information.
Yes,
and that's not going to matter much because the map is right at the start of Meridia.
Yep. So yes, Tim and I was kidding. Talk about whatever you want here, but we are focusing on the restream races. If you have questions regarding logic, Aussie and I can do our best to answer them. So Aussie, a really interesting map setup here to get things started. We know there's 5 other majors here in Criteria. You see the ones bottom left over there. We see the
Yeah.
one in West Ocean. We know there's the two
We're
in
gonna be getting
Aqueduct.
these.
Yep, so it could just easily be... This is a Dakara drop, which is in logic. We have speed.
Yep, speed and a bunch of E-tanks. Like, sometimes it comes up where you just don't have the health to spark back up to Coral Room, but here we do. So you can easily get the two top of West Ocean items. One's a hollow dot, one is a major.
Nevdi would really like to see a
Lower
power bomb
items
here.
will be harder to get.
And Nevdi would really like to see a power bomb. And we'll find more supers. Not a bad thing to have. Okay, spring ball.
Right. So if you want to continue down, you need to think about it. Oh, the save room here is pretty nice.
Absolutely. So, Tim, and you said you had a seed like this a couple of weeks ago. Did you find yourself heading back through that same crumble block drop in Big Pink? I'm curious. With a health refill down there, it could be in logic to do with less tanks. Says Pirate 253. Maybe?
I can't really see which rooms they have to go through too clearly, so I can't do the health math.
The Dakara Spark. So Timon says, yeah, speed was in Big Pink and had to go back through crumbles. Yeah.
There's morph bombs.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm looking more at the heated rooms that are between the bottom of West Ocean and the top. But there is a bug refill they can use to refill all of your energy before the Dakora Spark. So there's one, like, not too big heated room, and then there's also the baby Metroid room.
It's actually pretty interesting, Aussie. We've seen, at least I feel like I've seen, like, a lot of these seeds, we've seen a lot of heated rooms early. We're finding a lot of water rooms early. But look, you see the Croc Speedway there, to head to Aqueduct.
So that's just part of how Map Rando builds its maps. You know, the rooms are going to be shuffled completely randomly. Norfair is a really big place. Meridia is a really big place. So there's a lot of water rooms and heated rooms to place.
Absolutely.
And
I love it.
And specific to heated rooms, on basic, that's where can do the heated rooms is part of the preset, and that's because otherwise you'd be cutting out just too many rooms and you couldn't use an actual map.
Yeah, Aussie. Nevdi's in a bit of trouble.
No. I saw this coming.
Yeah, and the reason I say Nevdi's in trouble...
Yeah, why?
The Dakara room. How are you supposed to get back up there with the Shine Spark on 1 energy? There's no good rooms to refill your energy. You have to farm these bugs very, very slowly at the bottom. That's your only way to refill.
Yeah, we'll watch them do it. It's slow, but it's what you have to do. So I can talk about this bug farm change.
Do it.
One of the changes is that the nothing drop is removed, like the base nothing drop. So you're always going to get something. Now I know the power bomb and super drop rate is increased, but I don't recall if the small energy was changed, other than small energies being worth more. But getting big energies with every farm is not actually that slow. Especially compared to having to reload a room. Meanwhile, we're seeing Andy back in Meridia. So he's still looking for bombs. Gonna run into Coliseum.
Yep.
Could spike suit that, I guess. Pretty slow spike suit to set up. So Nevdi's doing the logical thing, and Andy is doing his best. We're just gonna pray that it works out for him. Going down wreck ship shaft is not in logic because you don't have a way to shoot the shop blocks out. And that means you can't get back up. And if you go down, you always have to be able to get back up. More E-tanks. Nebdy can reach the majors, though. That's nice. Bombing to the item here. I think it's about expert level. But that's only for not taking any acid damage. With this many E-tanks, you can be expected to take some amount of acid damage. And then you get the E-tank refill right after, so ready for this Shine Spark and get high jump and something else. Charge beam. Wicked. So, picked up new majors, time to recalculate your route. We have Brinstar right here. Going down to the sandpits, probably not a good idea. Meridia's pretty far away.
I guess myself, I would have loved to see Nevdi rote back in, Big Pink, grab the item at Charge Beam, and move in. But I mean, Charge and, you know, High Jump, huge items to find.
Yeah, with where he was, this is just more valuable. This is Hollow Dot into 2 majors versus going all the way back for 1.
Mm-hmm. Andy is hanging out in Meridia again.
Right. So what we don't want to be happening is that Andy doesn't recognize that you have to go back through the crumble block. Like, hopefully he's aware of that. But right now, we're getting a spike suit, I'm pretty sure, to cross
Andy?
Coliseum. Just gonna jump out the door. This doesn't reach. Like, when you see people do full halfy, they have to jump after going through the door. And that's because you have to get a little more height.
Yep.
So with that reset, Andy is 11 minutes behind. But does have even more Meridia knowledge. Yeah, Map Rando is full of things that are like pretty simple to do, but you're not going to think about them in a lot of cases because you haven't needed to until now. And these crumble blocks not reforming is one of those things. So like all we can do is on the logic pages make it stand out as something that's possible, but I'm not all that confident that everyone's reading every standout thing like that. So then it becomes you need to experience it in just one of the practice seeds.
The thing to keep in mind for Andy, this is not his first time qualifying. This is his second or third qualifier.
This is his third.
Third, yeah.
Yeah, Andy's in good position for the qualifiers already. He doesn't need to place well in this one.
Nope. Here we go. Big Pink. Ice Beam! Ice Beam.
Yeah. For Nevdi, this is his second qualifier race, and he's not going to be joining another one tomorrow. So it's kind of important to do well here. But in Nevdi's first qualifier, his time was the max score, 110. So he's set up to be in really good position to qualify, and he's also going through the seed pretty well. So he should be able to make it through. And actually, this is power bombs. So that sequence break would have paid off. That would have been really powerful.
Finally.
Oh. Right. This is Nevdi's third. Being corrected.
How
he had a
dare
110
Zeb
and a
correct you,
94.
Aussie? How dare he? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. What the comms say is law. You should know that.
The racer's in trouble. Nah, in all seriousness, Nevdi's gonna have to make a decision: Meridia or Brinster. I kind of would have gone to Bryn, but get at
Right
least
now, you
Meridia.
definitely go Meridia.
Yeah, you're back up in Big Pink. It's right there. You get 5
The map
E-tanks.
is right here. The big thing is that you've seen the map, and it's right at the start of Meridia.
Yep, and you get bombs to get there, or you hopefully can get there. Yep, chronic boost.
Yeah, gonna lose a little bit of health getting this. We'll see if we get a Fantoon. No?
Nope.
There's a Ridley.
Hello, Ridley.
That's one major.
Yep, that's it. Very small Meridia today. At least here at the bottom
There's
half.
more to it that we can't see.
Yep, Torian.
Wreck ship
Recharge.
and Torian.
Yep.
So, in this position, I guess he dive Torian is kind of what I would want to do. Like, you're gonna think about how to deal with Ridley, and I don't know that I could trust these hollow dots to be enough. You do want the major in most cases.
Nevdi is going to take a quick safety save. Hasn't saved in a while.
Yeah. That's also like a exploration reset point type of save. But it's a little bit away from the new regions. And
oh, Nevdi, you show off!
Yeah, that was very nice. Very fast, too.
What a show off. That was so pretty.
Super Z-Tank. Okay. So Andy found his way to the progression. You get Spring Ball here, and then Morph Bombs were a little bit lower.
We saw this room already. Andy getting Spring Ball before bombs.
Oh. Nebdi didn't go for the Norfair Reserve double item. That's probably before he got a health refill. Spring Ball, bombs. Yep.
Alright.
The menus in this bug room are terrible. They're some of the worst enemies.
The one Andy was in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Annoying.
Yep. If you don't have high jump, then you don't have a good way to avoid them. Just really annoying. And high damage.
If you get Plasma, you could consider Ridley. I wouldn't at this point.
Not quite yet. You want a few more items. But I think you'd also go to Torian just to pick up more random items for safety.
Yep.
Because
Let's see what this item is. Space jump helps.
Like, you don't need to do Ridley right now. It's pretty accessible.
I think the Twitch chat was more asking if they could do it. You have 6 energy tanks and Charge Ice Plasma. It would be an extremely tight fight. I, myself, would want 1 to 2 more energy tanks, or 1 more energy tank and, like, 2 more super missile packs.
Well, 2 more super missile packs changes a lot. The 30 super fight is roughly 40 tanks. Like, if you're really, really practiced at it. 6 tanks is kind of the comfy amount if you are doing purely super fight. So if you go to charge plasma and other beams on top of that, it's going to increase how much health you need to do the fight by more than you'd think.
Oh, Torian, we're stuck at Cack Alley.
Yep, not going that way.
Nope.
Does have high jump, base jump, so can go through it, just not logically. East Cack Alley from left to right is always going to require gravity on hard settings. But right to left takes a lot fewer items. Then we have the simple spring ball jump to get up through G4. You're going to notice that G4 is not gating Mother Brain anymore. So we had to patch in another way to stop you from going directly into the Mother Brain fight. And that'll be a gate that we'll see at the end of the seed, but it'll be lowered.
I got a funny feeling we're going to find Fantoon and Torian.
We're going to find more heat in Torian. The Lower Norfair elevator. Oh no. Nebdy dropped his pseudo screw. I'm not sure if that works, but he started doing it and then dropped it.
Okay. Great it is.
Yep. The first boss, as we all know.
And look, Kraid's even waving to Samus. What a nice dinosaur thing. Oh. This is not the room you want.
No, this is fine. This is an item.
Can you shine spark across this room if you wanted to from Kraid's room?
Yeah, so that's why he turned around. A faster way to do the room would be to leave, and then you would want to do a stutter shine spark, which is not trivial and not intuitive, so you kind of gotta practice it.
Yeah.
But that would be the faster way to do the room, because you wouldn't have to go through the spring ball maze, but then you just decided to continue through. Refilling energy would have been smart, going, because you're stopping by the farm bugs anyway. And now you have to deal with low health. So let's see if you're right.
No nope. Phantom. So it was Kraid. Oh, hello! That's Alpha Power Bombs.
That is correct. I was about to ask if you could name the room, but you got it.
See what happens when I'm here and I'm learning Aussie? Nefty just needs to be extremely careful getting out of this room.
Yeah, the next room too.
Nefty!
Okay.
Don't F it
You
up!
should be fine. Poyos are still very deadly, but they're also slow.
Andy is still hanging out in Criteria.
Yeah, Andy's problem is that he explored a lot of Meridia and wasn't able to make any real progress, and effectively lost 11 minutes for nothing. Just didn't go where the items were. So he's going to be following behind. Like, what Nebdy's doing still makes kind of the most sense for what you want to do. And so it's reasonable for Andy to just do the same things, but from behind. But we can watch him do it with these custom tiles. This is a feature of, like, it's not exclusive to Map Rando, technically, but it's something that the same devs have been working on and are very proud of. But don't expect to see too much of it during the tournament.
Andy's side looks something like out of the Subversion ROM hack.
It does.
Even though it's just early Super's room. And Andy finally getting their first power bombs. Would also like to let
majors.
Yep, so screw attack. Andy also wants to let you all know that this is actually 0 time. Andy is, in fact, already gotten the stuff and is just about to start their run. That timer is going to start any minute now. Okay, not really. So, we got screw attack and grapple beam. Grapple's going to make for some interesting underwater jumping. Even though it is not a hard logic, doesn't mean you're prohibited from using it. Norfair. You know Norfair is up at the north, and you've already seen the wrecked ship door. Aussie, where were you going?
You have to peek Norfair. So it's right here. I think you continue through. But you're too close to leave for something else. So let's see, we have Crate down, we know where Ridley is.
Okay. That map station is way out of the way.
Yeah, not so much what you want to see.
No! FD's like, bleep this, I'm out of here. Andy picking up their double majors. It's going to be high jump and charge.
High jump charge. FD is finding some good items. Bowling is known for having good items, so is Main Street. Does have high jump spring ball ice, so that'll let you go right up Main Street. Can essentially do whatever he wants. This is a lot of E-tanks plus really good movement items. Even before grapple. So he can play with the intent to go towards the end of the seed and not so much like worry about getting locked anywhere. So I don't know if you want to worry about like what items are going to be your most recent progression.
The only thing that either racer needs right now is suits.
Yeah, and suits are negotiable. Ice. Yes. I saw him getting ready to pick it up and then got distracted. Yeah, that's some quality missiles that Nivdy is running into.
More like headbutting the missiles, but I digress.
Or missiles. So other than X-Ray, all the remaining majors and FDCs are going to be good pickups. Missiles. I do like getting extra missiles. I like having at least 30. What's that item?
So we should kind of talk about it now because we're kind of dilly-dallying around the piece here.
Wave.
Andy going to Brain getting wave. Nice. So let's talk about it. Mother Brain. Major quality of life changes specifically to these tournament settings. Mother Brain only has 2 phases. The first one, Mother Brain is in a tank, and then the second phase. And the beautiful thing about quality of life changes on Mother Brain, super missiles do double damage. So the magic number you want to defeat Mother Brain total is 36 missiles, 30 supers. Nice spazer for Nevdi.
Spazer. Yep, so in Map Rando, you're not going to need to get as many supers as in Dash Randomizer. But The difference is that Dash is going to place more supers in the pool for you to pick up. And so there's a different type of thinking when it comes to balancing things. Like other quality of life changes are things like fast elevators and no fanfares that Map Rando has. But that is left on intentionally for Dash Randomizer because they want it to be more of a decision that you like really want to pick up an item before collecting it and like want to invest the 7 seconds. But in Map Rando, it's more about exploring all the rooms very quickly, and you're going to expect to go down a path and get soft locked and have to reset.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe recollect your items. So Map Rando is focusing more on the exploration part of the game.
Which adds a massive twist into anything you're doing. Which I find so incredibly fun. Andy is gonna book it. Needs this to be a recharge room. Andy found Dragon! We found 3 of the flip bosses!
Yeah. Wasn't comfortable doing the fight. Can't blame him.
Nope. And breaking the tank. Andy is gonna find more missiles.
So yeah, this Norfair map, still a ways away.
Mm-hmm.
Really been spending a lot of time here.
Yeah, while Nevti makes their way on over to the map, Aussie, give the folks a preview of what they can expect coming up in the. We're going right to the brackets, or we go in Swiss?
Brackets is next. So we're gonna take the top 32 scores. Ask the players if they are sure they want to join brackets, and then pair them up. Have them start racing 1v1, and those will be best of 3s. And also, it'll be double elimination, so many matches. And yeah, we're just gonna play it out until we run out of participants, until they finish each other off.
We go till we have a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, double brackets is a format that I'm familiar with in the Counter-Strike scene. Double brackets gives, at least in Counter-Strike, teams that, let's say, for example, you're a 16 seed going up against the number 1 seed. You get a good roster, but got in for whatever, and you show up well, you get a chance to run the lower portion of the bracket to make playoffs. Well, here, like Aussie said, 32 teams, double elimination, and they're all best of 3. That means y'all get to have some fun with the Super Metroid. We have so much action. Aussie, this is going on until September.
Yeah, till the end of September. That's when finals are scheduled. And then early October is going to be SGLIVE in-person event.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be exciting. One event leading right into the next.
So looking forward to both. They're just hanging out around Norfair right now, looking for anything at this point.
Yeah, and not finding it. So one more comment to is that the lower bracket run is going to have to play more matches than like the winners side. So it's going to be beneficial to continue winning, and in that way it will also be beneficial to maybe get a better seed placement earlier on. So it's a little bit easier to win.
Yep.
Statistically.
Andy leaving worst room in the game. Is going to continue down this path. Already knows that they have to get to they found Dragon. These are very tight rooms for Andy. Makes me think Warrior is required here that Nevdi already has to come back to Bryn. Nevdi...
You can do a lot with 5 tanks.
Yeah, Andy's going to give this a go here. Wants that mapper. Pretty close to it.
Going to the right, is he?
I thought the map room was somewhere close around here.
Yeah, it should be to the left.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, it's just over there.
Just in that general vicinity. We just
he
do a
can
dart
farm
and throw it
the
over there.
enemies. Okay, so he's gonna farm enemies here for enough health to survive Croc Escape. And then with high jump and speed, you can just jump up to the gate and then come at the map from the left side. But is also going to need more health because Hodarubi missiles is another heated room he'll have to go through. But unfortunately, farming these pancakes is really slow. And this is an information play, so you're not like getting an item that makes whatever you do next easier. You're just helping your route out. Nevdi. How long has Nevdi been in Norfair? That's what I want to know. Still heading towards this map. Has some pretty good items. Runs into another one. It's still taking him so long to get through Norfair to this map.
But Plasma Beam, Austin. So nice.
Yeah, he'll take it. So Nevdi's just in go mode. Finds Fantoon. Nice. So everyone's gonna have to make this run. You don't feel bad about coming all this way.
Fantoon! Fantoon!
And then we'll see how valuable Andy's map is. Because we did run into Dragon a lot earlier. It's also possible that Nevdi would just miss Dragon. That is a sad sight to see.
No microwave Fantoon?
Dying right next to the map station without being able to look at it. It jumped into the Alcune as it jumped out of the spikes. Okay, it looks like he's gonna go home. Head back to ship.
I don't know why I thought of an ET reference there, but I did.
Andy, go home.
Exactly. Andy, go home.
I think I saw a major at the very far left of
I did too.
So that would be X-ray or gravity.
Yeah. Nice snail bob up, by the way, Andy.
Yeah, very useful to know that. Logically, high jump and spring ball would put Aqueduct in logic, and that would let you do that snail bounce every time. Then the other thing put Aqueduct in logic is going to be speed booster plus the bottom left door being not a wet room. Yeah, chat's pointing out that Mother Brain is not here in Norfair, and that is really good news for Nevdi. Still would have been okay depending on where exactly it was. But with Mother Brain not here, then that means there's no way to have routed this section of the map better to avoid backtracking. So you have to go all the way through Norfair and then all the way back, and there's no way around that. As to the major that was in the far left, Nebdy's in go mode. Has enough movement
Nebdy.
items to not need gravity.
That's probably gravity up there, top left. Actually, that is gravity up top left. It's either that or X-ray.
It is the X-ray room, funnily enough. Yeah. Eventually you learn every single room. Just play enough.
Folks, you're having a good time watching this race. Let's get some thumbs up in chat. Let's get some cheers going for these runners. They're putting on an outstanding race for everybody. Show them some love. In addition to the thumbs up and the hype, let's get exclamation point R going in the Twitch chat. Follow these amazing runners.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you, Aussie. And exclamation point C, you can follow Aussie and myself as well. Let's go.
Yeah. And shouts to Andy showing off the custom room tiles. So all his rooms are going to look a little bit different. They're going to look like the specific region that he's in. The rooms are going to be just recolored. He's in Meridian now, and you can tell because the mini-map is blue. So each of these rooms that he goes through is going to be a Meridia-themed room.
Yep.
And then when he goes somewhere else, it'll be a different theme. And then on top of that, he's also playing with a bit of a custom sprite. They can get wackier, but we do have...
if I were playing, I'd be playing with the Mega Man one.
Here.
Give me the Mega Man X sprite and the Starship Enterprise ship. It's typically my go-to plays when I'm playing Rando.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some Rando.
So it doesn't bother you too much that the sprite looks so different?
No. I'm not as expert as the rest of you that need to look at Samus and find ways of jumping.
That's just what turns people off from using the
sprites? I understand that.
Yeah, the sprites. Everyone likes the sprites.
Yep. Sprites are fun.
Similar thing for the tile sets, the custom tiles. You're going to lose a lot of visual cues by having this reskin.
Yep, so like there are a lot of expert level runners that use visual cues with Samus to hit wall jumps, to hit certain areas, stuff like that. That's why they prefer like if you do different type of Samus sprites, for example, the fusion suit, the dread suit. Different colored sprites, if you see Andy on the right side. Even just vanilla. Like, I like the fusion suit. I think it's pretty cool. And you don't really lose much in terms of a thing. So we highly encourage you all to check out maprando.com.
Yep, custom Samus sprites are pretty common all over now. Same with custom ships, but MapRando doesn't do custom ships right now. But we do have the custom tile sets. So Andy looking around Meridia, can decide what to do. Most likely wants the major here. And we'll see where he goes from there. Yeah, not too many of the racers are actually running with all that much customization on, because of how it's going to affect your performance, and you're going to be scored against everyone else who's racing right now. So it's nice to see Andy showing this off for us.
Go, Andy, go.
And now we're getting a look into wrecked ship. And it may be the case that wrecked ship has Mother Brain.
It's quite possible.
Base jump.
And this is going to be a very small area. Yep.
There's another major and Mother Brain. Yep.
So that major is either gravity, or that major is going to be X-ray. We know where the last two majors are. One left alone in, well, one left in Norfair, upper left of the map, and then that one right there in the wrecked ship.
Yeah, even if it was gravity, it's faster to reset out than to pick it up. And I don't even think there's many water rims on the way to Dragon. Yeah, as long as he visits the right door.
Where was Varia?
I don't remember exactly, but it was up near... It was in the direction of Norfair.
Yep. So Nevdi with just the Dragon fight to go. Andy has every single boss left to go.
Yep. Andy has encountered Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Andy's a little lost.
Yeah, Brady has been giving him trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And then made a choice on where to go. Like, the map kind of gives you a lot of options here as part of Meridia. There's the Torian wreck ship and Brinstar. And it's looking like Torian was the best route. And you can't really know that, so you have to guess.
Yep.
But Andy's kind of in go mode right now. Like, has enough items to finish. Mm-hmm. It's just not a very comfortable go mode. Or fast.
Nope. Nevdi is almost the best beam combo you want in the game.
Yeah. Nice spark. If you do a diagonal spark, you don't make it quite to the top. And it's a little bit faster.
Yep, here we go. Brainstar finally for Nevdi.
Wow. First trip into Brinstar, and he already got those items. Such restraint.
Andy finding Kraid.
Yeah, Kraid the first boss, as we all know. Great. We get to mark a kill on the board.
Bye-bye, Kraid. And Nevdi has found Dragon.
Yeah, so Andy's going to give us the shine charge. Or, well, he backed up enough and went for it, which is more than Nevdi did.
Nevdi just thought about it.
Yeah. So what Andy did is not how it looks, but he tried it. And then, yeah, it's very, very good that Nevdi checked this door. With Varia, you don't really have a reason or like a need to check this.
No.
But he doesn't have to explore the rest of the region anymore.
Nope. Crispy fried shrimp, folks. Nevdi is done defeating the G4. Now, it's just on to Mother Brain.
Yeah. And so Nevdi's route has just been very solid throughout. Is this Andy betting on Fantoon? And I guess gonna farm a bit while he's up here. Because he doesn't have the map, and the map was
Nope.
right there. Oh, gonna drop down with blue. That's very efficient. Oh, he got it. Nice. So, broke all the bomb blocks with some temporary blue from Speed Booster. You'll see the majors, go pick those up, and then also check out Norfair. I don't really remember what they were, but we have seen them before. I think it was grapple, screw attack. So Nevdi has all the bosses done, has a strong beam, plenty of health. Gonna head to Wreck Ship, and that's where Mother Brain is. Wreck Ship is behind Meridia. So it's gonna go Criteria, Meridia, Wreck Ship. And Mother Brain's pretty close to the entrance Wreck Ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap between the racers. There was a big difference early on in that Andy tried to, whether intentionally or not, explore out of logic checks, and it just really didn't work out. And so lost about 10 minutes doing that. Just trying to find power bombs wherever he could. Power bombs are a filler item, so they actually could have been anywhere, but didn't run into any and had to reset. And then the other difference is that once you get those early items, the map really opens up in a lot of different directions. And the direction Nevdi went seemed to just have better majors that you could collect. And he didn't really make much progress with his decision.
Nevdi also finding bombs earlier than Andy did, I think, also proved to pay dividends, including those power bombs. It took Andy quite a bit of time before they found their first and only power bomb pack.
Yeah, still on 5. And that's all going back to the fact that they needed to enter Big Pink through the crumble blocks. That's the top of Mission Impossible door. You enter from that door, break the crumble blocks, get the items that you can, and then you have to leave through the same door because the crumble blocks won't respawn. And that's not something that everyone is conscious of, like, until you experience it in a scene.
News to me. I thought the crumble blocks reappeared.
Yeah, I don't know how you, like, specifically know one set from the other, but some do, some don't. There's like 3 places where it's important to know that they don't come back. The others are going to be High Jump Energy Tank Room, and Blue Brinstar Energy Tank Room, and Big Pink. So you want to know about all 3 of those.
Mm-hmm. It is going to be a very fun escape here. For sure.
Escapes and map rando are just always fun.
Mm-hmm.
So for the escape, it's going to give you a not tight timer, but you have to try a no mistakes timer. And it's going to give you all the items.
Yep, and Andy finally finding his way into Norfair.
Yeah. He's ready to collect all of his special missiles. I was saying how these were going to be good items, but all missiles. Where's he going?
Nice,
WN
Nevdi.
command. What is Andy thinking?
I have no idea what Andy is thinking.
What's behind this wall? The lower climb? Maybe not Norfair?
I think Andy's lost.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call
Someone
this lost at all.
Someone get Andy a compass. Andy's thinking dinner, maybe in Norfair. That's fantastic.
But yeah, this is just Nevdi doing Mother Brain Fight. Everyone's familiar with the first two phases. Yep. Supers are going to do extra damage, but you can't really tell. So he's going to do charge plasma shots.
Yep. Plenty here. As I mentioned earlier, super missiles do double damage. Aussie mentioned it too, and we're done. So Nevdi's going to damage down here very carefully.
Yeah, when you don't have both suits, then you're not as familiar with how fast you take damage.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Mother Brain only shoots one rainbow beam here in Map Rando. At least in these settings. Beautiful quality of life setting.
Well, that's part of damaging down.
Yep. 225 Aussie.
225. Yeah, somewhat long. If it's a longer escape, then that means there's more leniency for mistakes.
Which makes sense given this map setup.
Yeah, we have to go through... It is 2 regions. Meridia is the big one. And then there's a lot of criteria as well. But it's going to calculate how many rooms you're going through and how long each of those rooms will take. And then apply a modifier to the timer because we are on hard difficulty. And so a hard level player should be able to do this escape. And then this is Nevdi and Andy, and they're going to be like best to the best level play.
Absolutely.
So it shouldn't be a problem.
Man, this tournament's going to be a ton of fun. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yep, for sure. Had a lot of interesting participants already showing up for qualifiers. We got Oats and Goats joining. He doesn't normally play randomizers, but he's really gotten into Map Rando and is currently top seed, tied with Zeb.
Yep, Oats usually, if he's playing Rando, it's usually on his own stream, but rarely ever getting involved in turn. It's going to be a ton of fun. Oats, Eddie, Bress, Aussie, Timon, Zeb. There's just so many. Nevdi, Andy, Nitro, Audra's in there, Gloves, Smelling, Sunwoo Farmer, Anthony. There were so many. I'm sure there's some other big heavy hitters that I'm forgetting about. Oh, Simo! Another big heavy hitter who's been absolutely dominating Map Rando.
Yeah, Solsky. There's enough of them that maybe they don't all make it.
It'd be interesting. I mean, Emmett's in here too. Spiffy Thomas is in here. Idol, MM2 Nest.
Yeah, Lynx picked up a randomizer just for this.
Yeah, Lynx. And I said Spiffy Thomas already. So many high-profile names. This will be a ton of fun. Nevdi, 35 seconds to go. Almost back to landing site.
Andy showing us double spring ball jumps.
Yep.
It's a cool trick.
There we go, folks.
Andy,
Nevdi's on the ship.
Nevdi, please.
Nevdi has finished
on the ship
and takes first place in the qualifier, first place on the restream. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 33 seconds for Nevdi G's and Andy DNF.
When did that happen?
Relatively soon after Nevdi finished.
Yeah, that was like immediate.
Yeah.
He was watching.
Yep. So GG's to both racers. We'll get him in here for some post-game interviews, and we'll talk bracket stage with these two. Junie June's in here, like I said, Nitro, Eddie. So many good players in these. Tillamorph, Jamie, sure. Here they are, GG's racers.
GG.
Yo, GG.
GG, Andy. Me and Andy talked a little bit about what sort of happened, and it was it's
Andy
pretty easy.
needed a compass.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen. It wasn't. It wasn't compass. It was that. It was ridiculous what he'd expected you to do. I'm guessing, unless there was like another way to do it, but I had no idea.
I
that
checked basically
wants you to do
everything I think that you realistically could before realizing that. I was like, oh, maybe that crumble block just doesn't come back.
Yo.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that before today.
If I did that and it reformed, my heart would have sunk. When it was like not coming back, I'm like, oh, it's okay. Get in there.
Yeah, it's pretty rude because the map's just like connected to that room, right? So you're like, oh, I want that map, and then you're just like, oh, well, guess I'm gonna hope I find some power bombs somewhere. I mean, if you just like know that happens, you just map and like reset.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that. Yeah, there's probably a lot of people that know that, and they would have just insta reset. But yeah, I'd have to talk to the group.
No, I thought the play was you get the map and then you do the speedball into early supers, and there actually were power bombs there.
No way. Yeah, that's the play. That's it. Eddie was practicing that last year for the Rando tourney, actually, because it was a really common thing that sort of came up. So I wonder if he did it. Yeah, you know, early supers.
Yeah.
Sports One, early
I'm
supers.
just like looking on the map to see where this room is because I don't remember anymore.
But yeah, those crumble blocks. The other ones you're gonna want to know are high jump energy tank and Blueburn Star energy tank. They have crumbles that don't respawn, so you can go into the room and then get the item and leave.
I did know about the high jump one, but I've never.
It's not really something you think about until it happens.
Yeah.
And it's on the list of strats to keep in mind, so I suggest reading through that list on the generate page for what's in hard logic.
There's just a lot to know, but it's every race I find that like, I learn something new, so it's good.
Oh, that speedball. Okay, I'm stupid. I was like trying to figure out where the speedball was. Yeah, I was like trying to think. I was like, can I do that? But I was also being like, okay, well, I did one expert seed where I had to like keep blue echoes to get my first bombs at charge spot. So I was like, maybe I'll just do this for 35 minutes until I forfeit instead. But
yeah. That's what you gotta do sometimes, hey, when it's like, okay, it's bad, this is my only out. Now I look like an idiot. And like, I do that so much, trying to fix stuff, but it's the play. And with you secure those seeds, it's what I would have done if roles were reversed.
Yeah, I felt fine until the Bryn death right before the map. That's where I was like, all right, well, I'm probably not finishing this one. And then, yeah, like my plan once I got to Norfair, I got that super pack, I think. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go kill Ridley and then hope Fantoon's in Rex Ship and then come back. But that wasn't the case anyways.
Fantoon was really rude, but I had to do it, and I was very happy that Mother Brain wasn't also over there, but it was fine. A few things, because I guess on placement now, because everyone's probably talking about it, I really wanted this top seed, and I had a qualifier where I completely threw, and I probably could have got it in that one, and I just missed gravity. And then we had another weekly where I did it and just missed gravity again. Like I see the dots and I just wasn't focusing, so I was like kind of annoyed by that. So this seed, I'm like, I knew I could do it, and I just had to spend longer on the map. I've been watching like Oats and Zeb, and just like seeing how they take their time, and I just don't need to rush it. So I'm just really happy with the way I played in this one. Even if I didn't get the win, which I wanted, I'm just happy that I was able to like use everything that I've been stuffing up and do it properly this time. So I'm pretty. I wish I had a cam on because I was like dancing around my room. I was like extremely happy to win this one. I think I woke up my family, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a win, but it's also a really big win. Like this is certainly going to be max points.
Yeah, and Nevdy's other qualifier was max points also, so Nevdy's just going into brackets with the perfect score.
And then I'm just gonna like double lose and like loss straight away. That's how brackets go for me. It's just over. Good before the brackets and then fumble. But yeah, still feels good. I'm really happy.
Yeah, I find I generally do better in qualifiers. Not so much this tournament, but maybe it's a difference of playing group races versus 1v1s.
Yeah, different beasts. They're different games, I guess, for sure. I mean, you've still got the one tomorrow, assuming you're entering that. But there was a lot of talk in the race room about how stacked it was, and people like, oh, maybe I'll bail and do tomorrow's and stuff. But I'm so happy that all of us just went, no, we're just. I mean, some of us couldn't, I guess, do tomorrow, but I'd like to think that we all just manned up and did it. We're like, all right, tough lobby, let's go.
Tomorrow nights it's late, 10 p.m. Eastern. It's late.
Yeah, it's like work day for me. A few people have some stuff on, but yeah, my narrative's funnier. You know, we all just did it because we want this lobby.
There you go. I got nothing else for the racers. That was a fun one to call. Aussie?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good race to see. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for putting on the race and showing off some good gameplay. Always good to have you here, Nevdy and Andy.
Yeah, GG's.
And good luck going forward into the bracket stage, since pretty sure you're both in. Shouldn't be a problem there.
If like 30 people overtake me in today and tomorrow's qualifier, I probably don't deserve to be in the tournament.
But yeah, this will be it for qualifier number 7. The final one will be tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, we'll have all the scores settled out or figured out. We still have to decide tiebreaker for Zeb and Oats.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the abacus out for that one. Might take a while.
They join any of the same qualifiers?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if you could use like head-to-head in qualifier as a tiebreaker.
That's interesting.
There's kind of a few different ways that we could use. But...
I think Oats has Zeb in qualifiers one. So are you working for Big Oats, Andy? Like that's a pretty sus suggestion. If you...
No one was supposed to find out this way, man.
You're supposed to be on the down low, Nifty. What are you doing?
I do like that idea, actually. If they had verse, I think that's. I'd also like more content. A 1v1 head-to-head.
Yeah, honestly, I'd prefer that outcome as well. The 1v1 head-to-head for no reason.
Yeah,
for determine who's the second seed and who's the third seed.
Oh no! See, do you see what happens? You both got this started. Now there's a suggestion in Twitch chat that they want insane map rando. We don't want to be commentating for possibly 5+ hours. Okay, be nice. 4+ hours long. Are you all nuts? Jeez.
All right. I just did the research by looking at this spreadsheet, and Zeb won in their only qualifier matchup. So.
Ooh, okay. Dun dun dun.
We'll see how Oates responds.
Look. All right, I'm off, guys. Thanks so much again.
Yeah, GG's, guys.
GG. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Alrighty, folks. for Andy and Nevd and Aussie. One more qualifier tomorrow night, 10 p.m. East. Make sure you tune into that. I'm sure I'll be back doing comms again. Aussie, we back on comms again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't know about tomorrow night. Me and MM2 are doing all the setup for these restreams, but
Nice.
we both only have 2 done. So
I
one of
smell
us
a
will be there,
third for
the
you
other's in
two.
anything. It would
Nice.
make a good head-to-head if we could pull that off.
Oh, please do. I would have so much fun commentating that.
So we just need to find someone to roll the seed in that case.
You got it. All right. Well, with that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Qualifier 8, the qualifier for the night. If you are interested, we have one final Metroid matchup tonight, and it is coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It is Salty Pigeon versus Freddy Neck on Speedgaming 2. That's the Dash Randomizer Mystery Return. Aussie, Andy, and Nevd. I'm WX Fan. We'll see you next mission. Latest, peoples.